Welcome back, Nomad Margins. This is week 5, the start of our second month, and it's already the most challenging update I've had to film. Usually we talk about the snowball and passive income, but this week we have to talk about real life. Being a nomadic investor means being your own safety net. This week, an emergency situation came up that required immediate liquidity. To handle it without going into debt, I sold $600 worth of my stock holdings. Most people would see a $600 withdrawal as a failure, but today I'm going to show you why it's a proof of concept. Even after pulling out that cash, the portfolio is standing at $557.69. We are seeing green on the weekly charts, and our dividend engine is still scheduled to pay us 8.23% a year. Let's get into the raw data and look at the recovery. Let's look at where the money is sitting right now. Our total investing balance is $557.69. If we look at the Core 5 breakdown, here is how the equity is distributed after the $600 sale. ACHD is our largest holding at $115, 20.8%. JEPA is at $113, 20.3%. QQQI is at $109, 19.6%. SPBI is at $107, 19.3%, and VOO is at $63, 11.3%. The sum of these Core 5 is $507, with the remaining $50.69 sitting in cash and minor positions. Despite the massive $600 exit, the bones of the portfolio are still incredibly balanced. Now, let's talk about growth performance. This week, actually a win for the charts. On the weekly view, we are up $21.79, or 4.07%. Even today, we saw a small gain of $4.40. But we have to look at the all-time performance. We are currently up 3.73%, while the S&P 500 is at 6.63%. Why is our growth trailing? It comes down to our sector concentration. We are 28% in technology and 12% in healthcare, while 8% in financials. Because we are focused on income, we move slower than tech-heavy portfolios. But our strategy is designed to be a stabilizer, and that stability is what allowed me to pull $600 out this week without the whole thing collapsing. Despite the $600 emergency, the dividends are still rolling in. We just collected $1.54 from JEPI and 3 cents from SGOV. I've officially exited the SGOV position to maximize our equity in the core earners. Now, look at the dividend forecast. Even with a lower total balance, we are projected to make $45 per year with an annual yield of 8.23% and a yield on cost of 8.49%. Think about the Nomad math. That $46 is a free flight or a few days of living expenses. This is money being generated while I sleep, regardless of what that all-time graph says. We are officially in rebuild mode. To kick that off, I made a small maintenance deposit of $5 on April 15th. I know $5 doesn't replace $600, but it's about the habit. It's about telling myself that the emergency is over and the growth phase has resumed. My goal for month 2 was to push for $2,000. That goal has obviously been delayed, but the strategy is the same. High yield plus reinvested dividends plus regular deposits. Week 5 was a reality check. It's easy to talk about investing when everything is going up. It's much harder when you have to dip into your seed corn to pay for an emergency. But that's why we do this. We don't just invest for the numbers on the screen. We invest for the freedom those numbers provide when life gets loud. We're at $557. Our yield is over 8%, and the rebuild has begun. If you want to see exactly how I play the recovery and which trades I'm making next, follow the journey on Blossom Social at Nomad Margins. Question for the week. Have you ever had to pull money from your portfolio for an emergency? Did it change you invest? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'm your host. This is Nomad Margins. Let's keep building. I'll see you in week 6.